Yeah, hello. I see a lot of people leaving. Okay, great. Thanks for those who are still staying with me. Can I have hands up? How many of you guys are coming from the public sector? Great. Yeah, so this product is already available. We call Transcribe, and today I'm going to share a bit of both what this product does, and you guys can have access to and try it out. We have a booth set up at the site, and you can take a look. And then I also talk a bit of the technical side of how do we do benchmarking and all that to kind of get the best model out from the market. I think that keeps us with a competitive edge in serving our public service, right? So I'll start with the agenda today. Yeah, as I mentioned, we will watch a short video on the introduction and also some of the product backgrounds from both perspectives, that as individual public officers, how the product can serve you, and also from an agency perspective, if you have an operational use case that you wanted to link up with transcriptions, we can help on that as well. And then for model benchmarking is something that we value a lot in finding out the best model. So I'll go into a bit of that. And of course, the recent best model that we pick up is Whisper model. I will just give a bit of information of Whisper if you're not in the area of speech to text. This basically comes from OpenAI, the company that has the ChatGPT, famous ChatGPT in the sense that, so we are adopting a model that is from them. And we productionalize it, up the engineering readiness to have it serve our officers. Right, then the last bit is about the upcoming features that we have. Right. Okay, so introduction first. It is a speech-to-text platform for whole of government, so that's why I wanted to see that whether it's relevant for my audience. And then we have a bit of data from our agencies, and that's where we have the localized part in terms of recognizing police Singlish a bit better, and also that we have the model deployed in our commercial cloud, government commercial cloud, so that we can support a better or higher data classifications in a sense. And the last part is that we wanted to have this platform and also our API services to improve the productivities of our agencies and our individual officers. Right, so what we have right now is we have live transcriptions from both our platforms that where users can access and then also log into it and then transcribe your online meetings and also your physical meetings. And we also have live transcription set up for our agency operations, doing, for example, for the call transcriptions. And we have on our platform the web portals that user can actually log in to share their transcription work. Sometimes if we really need manual transcriptions, we work as a team to share the workload. And then we have multi-language and multimedia. We support audio files, video files, etc. And beyond just converting audio to text, we also do the speaker separations, or in the more technical terms, they call diarization. Okay, so we'll play a video for a while so that you understand a bit of from the end user perspective what it does. So I will need a bit of audio video here.
Introducing Transcribe, the speech-to-text platform for the whole of government, developed by GovTech. Transcribe enables government agencies and officers to access localized speech-to-text services, catering to a range of speech models and data classifications, all aimed at boosting the productivity of the whole of government. Whether you're an individual user or an agency, Transcribe is available to meet your specific needs. As an individual user, you can leverage Transcribe as a standalone productivity tool, simplifying the conversion of speech to text in your daily tasks. Transcribe supports data classification up to restricted and sensitive normal, and can be used in both internet and intranet environments. With single sign-on, accessing Transcribe is effortless and convenient. Simply log in with your work account and start your transcription. Discover the versatility of Transcribe as it supports both file transcription and live transcription. Upload your files and convert the spoken content into written text, saving you valuable time and effort. But that's not all. Transcribe also offers live transcription, allowing you to capture and transcribe spoken words in real time during meetings, presentations, and more. And the best part? It supports transcription in different languages. Whether you need it in English, Chinese, Malay, or Tamil, Transcribe has you covered. No more struggling with cumbersome editing tools or starting from scratch. Transcribe provides a user-friendly interface that enables you to edit and fine-tune your transcriptions effortlessly. With our audio-text synchronization feature, you can simply click on a word in the transcript, and the audio will replay starting from that word, allowing you to review and verify your transcriptions with ease. In addition, Transcribe can automatically differentiate between speakers in a recorded conversation with speaker diarization. The system intelligently assigns unique labels to each speaker, providing a seamless and organized transcription experience. With shared workspace, Transcribe fosters seamless collaboration among team members, empowering them to work together on transcription tasks in real time. And there's more. Transcribe brings seamless integration between online meetings and transcription. With Screen Share, Transcribe allows you to share your online meetings directly to the transcription process, making it easier than ever to capture and transcribe important discussions. Whether you're using Skype, Microsoft Teams, or any other online meeting platform, Transcribe simplifies the transcription process by capturing and converting your meeting content in real time. You may even view it with multiple users concurrently. Curious about the transcription model? Multiple automatic speech recognition models are supported in Transcribe, such as Google and I2R and CY Engine. With the powerful integration of OpenAI Whisper, Transcribe leverages state-of-the-art speech recognition technology to enhance accuracy and deliver even more precise localized transcriptions. But Transcribe is not just a productivity tool for individual users. It also offers API services and customized solutions for agencies. Our APIs allow you to effortlessly integrate Transcribe into your existing systems or develop tailored solutions, enabling automatic transcription and streamlining your agency's operations. In addition, we offer customized model adaptation to specifically improve the speech-to-text accuracy for your agency's content. If your agency has a demand for speech-to-text and would like to explore potential solutions, we encourage you to reach out to us. Our team of experts is ready to collaborate with your agency. To learn more about Transcribe, visit our website or refer to the user guide for detailed information.
All right, so I think that is very comprehensive. And I think probably here I share a bit more of our user base and all that. What are the services that are behind what we can see? So we do have, as I mentioned, the customer-facing side and the business-facing side directly integrating with our agencies. And for the customer-facing side, that the entry point is definitely our web portal, if you take it away as transcribe.gov.sg. And then for the business-facing side, that we serve standard API endpoints. For example, you can stream us your audio and return the transcripts back to the original requester. We can also do the customized API services if you have certain requirements, and if you don't want it, let's say you wanted to look at SFTP and things like that. And on top of that, we have the model adaptation capabilities. Just now, the video has also mentioned it, and it actually sits on both parts of the business models. That means that we can have the model that we have adapted to serve our public officers through our web portals. It can also be served through API endpoints. And then the last part is the adoption rates. As of end of last month, we have reached about active users close to 600. And then we cover quite a wide range, I would say probably 80–90% of agencies. And in terms of API usage, today we are serving the calls from MSF, and also we have serving Parliament for their parliamentary sitting manual transcriptions. So this is what we have achieved in terms of the user base. And from now onwards, I'll talk a bit more on the technical side of stuff. Benchmarking is something that we value a lot because it's very resource consuming. If you wanted to build model from scratch, the best way is to adopt what is best from the market. So we have come up with our own standards of assessing that what is the best model. The objectives of doing that is, of course, to keep that best model selections for our own platform, and also sometimes we help our agency who needs to benchmark for their own needs. So what we have done in terms of benchmarking is not just about speech-to-text models using the standard way of word error rate measurements. We also introduce some level of flexibility in terms of doing normalizations. For example, how that 1, 2, 3 is being spelled out. Is it numerical or alphabetical way? And then we also benchmark about the speaker diarization part, which is how the speakers can be separated, which is another part of speech technology. And then other than models perspective, we also look at engineering capabilities of these models, like how fast, if it's a batch transcription that, for example, if you have 1 hour audio, how fast that this audio can be transcribed completely, this file can be processed completely. And when we talk about live transcriptions, that how fast or what is the latency that we have. So these are the areas that we're looking at when we are benchmarking the models. Especially if we are looking at calling out APIs that is from the cloud services, we are looking at how ready that they are helping us to getting integrated. And then if you are self-hosting a model like the Whisper small model that we're hosting, we will try to optimize the solution and repeatedly benchmark the performance from what we have optimized, and so that we know how best that it can serve our end users at the end. So as I mentioned, that Whisper is from OpenAI, and we have benchmarked it against, of course, a couple of other models, which I will not name for too sensitive. And the data sets that we have, you can see, we truly believe that we should benchmark based on our use cases. So along the years, we have collected stuff that is really from the government itself, like parliamentary speeches and some of our own outreach video series, and then the courts hearings, meetings, and oral history interviews from national libraries. And you can see that the acoustic settings, we're trying to stretch with some varieties so that it gives us some differences in how it performs, because we know that in Parliament, probably all models can perform pretty well. When it goes to with crosstalks and near or far field, then we'll see the performance dropping. So we wanted to have, of course, as lower resolution as possible, but then due to, really data sets are very precious, that it takes manual transcriptions to take out what is the ground truth. So this is what we can do the best as of today for the variety of data sets. And then what are the Whisper models that we have benchmarked is listed here. So the first 3 are the one that actually from officially they released by OpenAI, the base, small, and medium. And then we have also adapted one model using IMDA's meeting data and national speech corpus to make it a bit more, Singapore accent capable in the sense. So we call it Whisper SG. It is adapted from the small model. So we benchmark these 3 that is all Whisper based. And in terms of the results, I will not go into the detailed statistics, but in general, that we see the bigger size models in terms of number of parameters that performs better in terms of accuracies. And then in terms of transcription time, it actually going by the reverse. Whereas we do see that Whisper SG kind of is not too bad after our adaptations. It is getting accuracy that is slightly better based on our data sets, which is also Singapore context-based. And then in terms of transcription time, it is actually slightly faster than the Whisper's model, original model. Well, okay. So the next part is about how do we productionalize? So we find a good model, and the next question is, hey, can this be used, for example, on our platform? So on our booth, we're already putting this live transcription into our staging. You can actually try it out, it's pretty well. And then all this has already been going into productions for file transcription. So we always pick to go the road from simple to complex. Simple by, we think that file transcriptions is easier to process. Well, if we are talking about live transcription, a lot of real-time stuff that we have to deal with that is more complex. So in the road to deploy, we always go from file to live. Okay, so it took us about 1 month to deploy for file transcriptions. So right now it's already in our production for the 2 Whisper models. One is small, one is the SG model. Well, and you see a word of beta there. Why is beta? Because we deploy it first, and my engineers are still optimizing it in the sense that we're trying to make it even faster for file transcriptions, and we'll have the beta to be removed soon with a faster Whisper, right? Okay, so how do we do that productionalization? I think it's very high level, but probably interests some of the engineers if anyone is sitting here. So when we do file transcriptions, we look at, I have the transcription part and also the speaker separation part to deal with. So what is the sequence of doing that? This is something that we have to decide and experiment about that. That's the first box, and the flow down, we have the road blockers that we hit, and we have, because this is open source model, that definitely have problems, and there are some voice activity detection issues, and we have to fix with our own models behind to back it up. And then the last down this flow is that we have to talk about orchestrations. If you have multiple workers that is in a real production environment, if you have concurrent users, how do I handle that? So it goes a bit more and more engineering. And then when we look at, okay, this block of stuff that's been resolved, and I look at integrations. Well, I have my existing platform modules, looking at my users, for example, my queues and all this, how to integrate them. After that, everything chain up, we do like load testing. And then we go into our UIs. I have to put in all these modal selections and stuff and get my users to test. And that is the part, and I just talk about speed up the processing, introduce the faster way of doing it, iterate the process of load testing, etc. Right, so the deployment pipeline is already there, getting it a bit more smoother when we repeat this process. And then when it comes to live transcriptions, the different story is that we have to look at streaming, how the audio can get into us, and then we stream back the transcripts, and then of course we have to display on the screen. And what are the parameter settings that we have to turn it to live transcription? And again, the familiar block that we have, like sequence of having speech to text and then the diarization processings. How do we balance the load? And after that, all this, again, integration load test, and the regular engineering stuff that we have to do, right? Oh, let me go back to this. So that's like the more complex part, especially under live transcription, the streaming part and all this. Though that appears just like a few blocks, it takes quite a bit, another 2 months for my engineers to put it on staging. Later you can try it out there. It is very well now, working pretty good. All right, so the next coming up feature that we have is, have the famous generative AI together with turning this into like a productive tool. Because we noticed from our user stats that a lot of this, our public officers are using it for meetings, interviews, and also focus group discussions. All this needs to take notes. Doing collaborations, we need automatic summarization. So how it works is that we are going to introduce a notes function where our users can actually type in while the live transcriptions are ongoing. It serves, just turn Transcribe into a notes-taking tools. And also on the side that after the live transcription has ended, you can actually take in the transcripts to do the summarizations, and also append the summary back to the notes and edit the notes from there. So this is what we are going to see probably in the next, I think, National Day. Yeah. So that ends my presentation. I think we have no time for Q&A, but you can take away the URL and the URL and probably contact us through the emails if you have anything that you wanted to ask. Thanks.